All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Ouran High School Host Club, episode 25. Last episode was so good.
Yes, it was.
Kyoya, a boy.
Getting stuff with Kyoya was so fantastic. But with only 2 episodes left, oh, this is basically the finale then. That means this is basically the finale. It's just a question of whether they do a go read the manga kind of ending, or they do something where it's like, okay, this is the end of like a mini arc that could serve as an ending.
Sure.
Even though there's like definitely more, to it. Because this is a story about how Haruhi unwittingly joined the host club.
That's right.
And got way more than she bargained for
and
out of
so
it.
did they.
And so did they, exactly.
Because quite frankly, an 8 million yen vase, that is a bargain deal if that gets you Haruhi.
Haruhi's been amazing. The rest of the crew, I still think we need Tamaki focus.
Yes, and potentially some more Haruhi focus if we wanted to get that, like a Tamaki episode and a Haruhi episode, or 2 episodes for them both together. I don't know. I don't know.
Possible. But yeah. So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Oh, that wink.
Yeah.
Oh, she likes this side of him.
Oh.
Dissolution?
Wait.
Whoa, spoilers!
Wait a minute.
No! I object!
It's all a marketing tactic.
Right. Oh, yes! Bossa Nova-kun!
Yes!
Yes.
どうかしら。少しばかり綺麗だからって、それを鼻にかけて女性にもてはやされようなんて。
そうですね、まだ。
Wow! Yes, Tamaki!
Take it away!
この部の本当の目的はマダムのような美しい花とひとときを過ごしたいという僕のわがままでしかないのですから。
The actual Papa Bear!
ありがとうございます。
Using counter madam tactics.
この部は社交的教養を身につけることもテーマとしておりますので、日頃より各国の行事や遊び、歴史的な民族衣装なども幅広く研究しております。
息シャーシャーと。
Yes. I love her commentary on all their just.
Wait, please tell me that's Renga's mom.
いらっしゃいませ。何か甘いものでもお持ちいたしましょうか。あなたもホスト部員。
Oh, that voice.
That's a.
お父さんとは慣れ慣れしい。
Oh shit, Tamaki's dad.
Oh boy.
客として来たんだぞ。
Whoa. Okay.
いらっしゃいませ、理事長。
And they showed the light bulb for. Oh.
ありがとう。
Yeah.
この部も君が仕切ってくれればこそだな。具足が面倒かけてるね。
いえ、彼あってこそのホスト部ですから。
You're not for honey.
何かご注文は。
Kyoya is such a bro. Talking Tamaki up.
ハルヒ、ご指名だ。
Oh yeah, that is Tamaki. Oh no. She's onto you.
さあ、かけたまえ。
理事長にはもっと早くご挨拶しなければと思っていたのですが。
理事長だなんて水臭い。私のことはそうおじさまと呼んでくれたの。
やっぱり玉木先輩。
Yeah, he is absolutely.
どうにも多忙でなかなか学院にも顔を出せないが、君の優秀さはいつも耳にしているよ。
Tamaki talks about you a lot.
Wait.
何か困ったことがあったらいつでも遠慮なくこのおじさまに言いなさい。お父さん、理事長と呼べ。
何をしてるんですか。すぐにその手を離してください。
Whoa.
Okay.
こんなふざけた部活動をやってたのか。
Shit. Holy
これは
crap.
そうさ。お見苦しいところを。
手厳しいですな。京也君は優秀なのに出来のいい子を4人も持ちながら、あんたはやっぱり欲が深い。
Wow.
Yeah.
お話を聞いています。マスコミが騒ぐのも時間の問題でしょうが、まさか八つ当たりではないでしょうな。
京也大丈夫か。
Drama. Holy shit.
メガネを
That's not. No. Yeah.
Honey's standards are a bit different.
Kyoya! No! Let your friends be there for you!
Oh, boy. Oh! Is that why he's gonna dissolve it?
Oh.
これからお前はどうしたい？スオの家を継ぎたいか？それは難しい選択だぞ。
You'd have to give all this up.
私は未だにその答えを見つけられずにいる。おばあ様がいらっしゃった。
Oh wow.
Okay.
おばあ様。来てくださったのですね。へえ。
あの方が玉木先輩のおばあ様ですか。
The one that hates him, yeah.
あの人嫌い。
さあ、奥のお席へ。
触らないでちょうだい。
Jesus.
汚らわしい。エクレールさん、こちらにいらっしゃって。今日と明日の学祭
Oh, right, yeah, they wouldn't.
このエクレール城をエスコートし
Yeah, they wouldn't bring his dad's mistress here.
Oh, no, definitely not. This is someone set up for Tamaki.
Yeah,
yeah.
よろしく、玉木。
Gotcha.
Wow, and he just put on the mask immediately.
Yep.
彼女に喜んでいただけるよう全力を尽くします。
Yeah. Oh my god!
Wow, okay.
I'm gonna cry! There's so much just twisted up shit going on, and our wholesome boys don't deserve it!
エクレールとかなんとか言ってたけど。
Claire Tonnerre.
あの女の子、何者なの？
Kyoya is already researching everything.
Oh,
Renga! Yes, Renga!
家の家柄でもあるフランスのメーカー。
Royalty!
Okay.
She's literally a princess!
Yeah.
単に家柄がいいだけではなく、
They have all the
最近我が国の
standing.
企業を次々と買収している
Oh,
大
of
企業
course.
企業として経済界で騒がれてい
All right.
るあのグラントネール社のオーナーでもある。
Oh my god.
もっともそのご令嬢がなぜ
Wait,
玉木
they
に会いに
bought
来た
up
のか
Kyoya's.
知らない。
They bought up Kyoya's dad's business.
Maybe?
He just said buying up business in the country, and they were mentioning the
Oh.
press thing that's going to come out later.
Okay.
So they probably had to sell.
Right, like because of bad financial situation or
Or
something.
something like that. Yeah, yeah.
いかがですか？ゆっくりとゴンドラの船旅を楽しみながら。
I love how this is in the
inside
school.
in
Yeah.
the academy.
Yeah. Oh my god.
学生の作品なんて
Wow.
私、玉木のピアノが聴きたいな。
Wow. It's taking her back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if his true emotions will come out when he's playing, and she'll be able to feel it, you know?
Yeah, and that might be why she wants him to do this.
Oh.
Is that his mom?
サロンで拝見させてもらったけど、みんなとても仲がいいのね。
それはもう我がホスト部は家族同
Yes.
然の集まりですから。
日本じゃ本物の家族でもないのに家族ごっこをするのをママごとって言うんでしょ。
And he just keeps that smile up.
Not answering that question.
玉木一人のわがままでみんなが辛い思いをしてるんじゃないの。メガネのホスト君、パパに殴られてたものね。
You're starting to cross a line.
毎度のことながら手を焼かされる。
No, but I mean, he is neurotic, so he's probably thought about
本当に
this.
みんな裏ではいろんなものを犠牲にしているのか。弁護士を目指し1分でも多く勉強していたい春日にだって毎日毎日部活を強制して
Oh, and he's thinking about it from that perspective?
Yeah. And then Haruhi comes in.
春日、何してる？
着替えに戻ってきたんですよ。言い出した本人がサロンをほったらかしてみんな怒ってますよ。
あ、
Nice.
あら悪いね。
Nice.
玉木は今私のものだから。だけどなんだかあなた焼き
Light
餅焼い
bulb
て
gonna go on.
焼き餅。そうなのか？そうなのか、春日。
Yep, and now she
Light
gets
bulb.
it. Yep. Uh-huh.
Brilliant. Call back to the first episode.
I love it. I
Wow.
love it.
おい、春日。
Oh. Oh no.
She had to lean into that because otherwise it wouldn't have stopped him.
玉木はあんな豆だぬきがいいの？
失礼な。うちの
Wow.
娘を豆だぬき呼ばわりするのはやめてくれ。
His opinion of you is just dropping lower and lower. Oh.
玉木が一番欲しいものを私はあげることができる。
Oh, ho ho!
Oh.
Oh my! Look at her face.
Now is Haruhi the lonesome one, the lonesome character? She's not smiling.
Who's gonna notice?
第三音楽室にいましたよ。エクレール城と一緒でした。
お、なんだ？
Oh,
それ結構焼き
aha! They noticed immediately.
だから違いますって。
ま、多めに見てやれ。他ならぬおばあ様の命令だからな。
He understands that dynamic. He has no choice. She's his slave master.
Right.
確かに玉木先輩の
Pretty cold. No, she was disgusting to him.
Yeah.
何か理由でもあるんでしょうか。
She doesn't know.
ま、みんな知ってることだけど。
What is it? What is it? Oh, it's that. Oh, it's just.
Oh, right, and she didn't know.
Yeah.
この学院の現理事長であるゆずる氏は母親の決めた相手といわゆる政略結婚し、その後を継ぎました。
Gotcha.
しかしながら数年後、理事長はフランスで出会った女性と本物の恋に落ちてしまいました。
Hence the talk he had with Tamaki.
殿のお母さんは病弱で日本で暮らすには支障があったこともあり、殿はそのまま14歳までフランスで育ったんだ。
この先不自由なく暮らせるだけの金の工面はしてやろう。その代わり玉木だけは日本によこしなさい。そして金輪際あなたと玉木が会うことは許しません。
What a bitch.
Yeah.
援助の条件です。
That's
heartless.
So he made the decision.
Yeah, for his
oh
mom.
My god. And she might still pass away while he's
right. And so he knows exactly what that must be like for Haruhi. Oh.
Okay.
This violin, man.
Yeah.
Like no more piano. We're gonna cut your guys' hearts out. Yeah, exactly. She knows exactly. That's like her mom's like ashes being burned up into the sky right there.
同情するのは簡単だが、でも俺は玉木が今の玉木でよく。
Yeah, Kyoya.
あいつは大丈夫さ。すべてを受け入れた上で、あいつは今ここにいるんだ。
It's true.
このホスト部にね。
Oh, there's a reason why he's the number 2 here, you know.
Okay, but what are we gonna do?
I mean, this seems like a part 1, you know, like.
Yeah, it does.
Very much a setup for the finale.
Oh,
and then he dissolves the host club. Shit.
Oh, okay.
それからホスト部はこのオーラン祭が終わり次第解散する。以上だ。
This is so perfect, though. Now Haruhi needs to be the handsome prince that saves the damsel in distress.
Exactly.
Fuck yeah!
Yes. Oh,
okay.
Like all the light bulbs went off in my mind right when you said that. I'm like, exactly.
Okay.
And she'll be on the back of a white horse, aka Kyoya, and then they'll just come in with flanked with their like battle guards, and it's freaking Honey Senpai and Takashi just like, all right, whose asses are we gonna kick?
Well, see that.
And then Bossa Nova's like, I'll get the Yakuza. Like,
Honey Senpai just like pulls out like a steel pipe, and he's just like, you know, no, I don't want to justify you, Granny, by using this. No.
Oh my God, guys!
Wow. All right.
We got so much this episode, so much to talk about. So we got confirmation that while Tamaki's dad is a little bit rough around the edges in terms of him being a bit stern with Tamaki, and also a bit of a creepy guy in some cases.
We know where Tamaki gets his gooberness from.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the grandmother is a spawn from hell. She is a bitch. She is, yes.
Grade A bitch.
Yeah, grade A. Absolutely.
Like add the E and the ah, you know, because oh boy.
Oh my God. Okay, so the fact that Honey Senpai, once she entered, was just, I hate that woman. Like, you could feel the frustration of Honey, who is the picture of wholesomeness, who never has his... Yeah, I know. He is a demon in disguise and a weapon of mass destruction. But it's the powerlessness of Honey probably being like, I can't hit her.
Yeah, right, exactly. I would never even hit someone with glasses. I definitely wouldn't hit an old lady. But if I ever were to, it would be her.
Yeah. And the fact that Tamaki puts so much effort into trying to win her over by showing such joy that she's there.
Right, and that's genuine, I think.
And I think it's genuine. There's probably a small part of it, and I think this is a bit screwed up inside, but there's probably a small part of it that sees her as the source of happiness and health for his mother.
Oh,
and that's really fucked up. Like, that is really screwed up.
But regardless, he's so optimistic and positive that he probably really has been trying to win her over and be like, hey, you don't need to hate me.
Again.
Like, I know there was some stuff that, you know, you didn't like how it went with, like, you know, my dad and things like that. But, you know, I didn't do any of that. Like, I want to love you and have a good connection and things like that.
And then don't touch me. You disgust me.
Right.
I have.
It's okay, honey. Suplex her. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. You know? But I have. Okay.
Yeah.
I have a lot of positive things to say about Ouran High School Host Club, but one of my favorite things to talk about is how it flips typical family drama on its head in these specific ways. And one of the outside the romance side of things is basically that the most vicious people we've seen in the story thus far, typically it's usually the dads who are the ones that are just like, oh, I'm a horrible person, and my son will never be like me. And that's Kyoya's dad. Yes. That's kind of Kyoya's dad.
Right.
We saw he just walked up and slapped Kyoya.
Just because he was in the host club.
Yeah. And, he's like, this is what you've been working on?
Do you forget that this is the way that he's getting close to your biggest competitor?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, your own logic don't even make sense, bruh.
Yeah. And we find out that it's even pettier than that, is that he's probably getting bought up by this princess's family's company because their company's coming and buying up a bunch of Japanese companies.
And he's probably
just taking it out on his son.
Yeah.
And I loved that Tamaki's dad kind of throws shade in his way. Like, wow, that was harsh.
Yeah.
And even with your wonderful
Four amazing kids.
Yeah, wonderful kids. Your avarice knows no bounds or runs so deep.
Right, exactly. Yeah, your avarice runs so deep indeed. Like the levels of underlining. Like, that wasn't just an underline. That was like a double underline and a highlight. Like,
sorry, I kind of lost my point that I was kind of trying to bring up there, is that actually some of the most vicious people in the story thus far have been the ladies, actually.
And actually, let's be real. My dream comeuppance on her, other than like truly social comeuppance, no, honey, don't suplex her. Get on Takashi's shoulders, have him walk you over, and then very slowly pour a drink on her head. And then just smile at her and leave.
Walk away.
Yeah.
And order your mech to
exactly. To walk away.
Takashi mech, evacuate!
Yeah.
We have lost all social standing for the next...
No.
Whatever.
We have gained a whole new kind of social standing.
Notoriety. But, okay. With the grandma being one who is the source of terror and power in his life here, showing that she is superseding, probably because she holds some kind of controlling interest in the estate and stuff like that with regards to the money for the So family. She is ordering now history to repeat itself, and Tamaki to, like his father, marry into a family for money and political gain.
Yep.
And Tamaki's 17. He's 17.
Yeah.
Yeah. I understand it's just an engagement at this point, and they're probably going to be. It's probably going to be a long engagement.
And I'm sure in these kinds of situations, engagements and that kind of thing, if it's an arranged marriage, anyways, then whatever.
Yeah, whatever. But the idea that we see everything playing out in this way, very similar to what his father had to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
And his
even
father
talks to him about it.
And his father kind of comes up and is like, I'm trying, son.
Right.
I wish I
don't
knew
have
the
an
answer.
answer.
Yeah, I don't have one right now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But
what do you want?
Yeah. Do you know what it is that you want most?
Right.
Because I think what they're basically talking about is the idea that if Tamaki makes a stand for something that he really wants, his father can get behind him and basically say, screw the estate then.
Sure.
Just let him be free.
The grandma can't directly control Tamaki.
She can't, really.
In the same way that she couldn't directly control the dad.
Yep.
The dad basically just said that there are incredible costs to doing certain things. And sometimes we can't really do what we want, right?
Yeah.
But he did what he wanted in that he left his wife that was from the arranged marriage, married Tamaki's mom, and all of that.
Yeah.
However,
he
didn't necessarily fully get what he wanted.
No. And
right?
Tamaki
and the price was incredibly high, and Tamaki definitely suffered for it.
Because he did not stay with them in France.
No.
And Tamaki, while he might have had a good childhood for the most part, in that he was with a loving mother, he probably resents his father so much for not being with him throughout
even though
not being with
his father did, was definitely trying to do the best that he could, right?
Yeah.
But it's the results of the case are still that, Tamaki's in a horrible situation, and he's still trying to make the most of it.
Yeah, I love how much in this episode we put Kyoya into these situations to show that when it comes down to it, he is the most loyal to Tamaki in all these situations. He wouldn't let Tamaki believe that it had something to do with the host club as to why he got slapped.
Right.
He wouldn't let his dad,
probably
Tamaki's dad badmouth Tamaki at all during this whole thing as well. He very much had Tamaki's back through it all. And yet he also could probably feel a little bit of that powerlessness and that frustration of being unable to really change anything in the situation.
Yeah.
So, okay. Haruhi is now made aware of everything that we know, and we've been made aware of everything that the host club knows.
Right.
So, okay. Where do we go from here? Jacob, I think you hit the nail 100% on the head.
And
we are getting an inverted damsel in distress situation with an arranged marriage, and Haruhi's going to be the
prince to save the day.
Comes in and just, I can't wait for this. Now, the rough thing is that just because Haruhi is probably going to have the entire host club on her back, with her on this.
Yep.
She's going up against powerful people.
She is.
So they're going to need to really scheme and come up with the best strategy for this, because it's not going to be so simple as undoing an engagement.
Right. Or pouring a drink on someone's head.
No. Tamaki has to choose Haruhi. That's basically what he has to do.
Yeah.
He has to get over the biggest hump of this whole story, which is himself, and decide to almost really throw it all away. And make an enemy, a really hard enemy, of his grandmother.
Right. You're a doggo, Tamaki, and you want to wag your tail and have everything be happy and stuff. But when someone that deigns to call themselves your master basically hits you repeatedly, maybe you should do things a bit different, and maybe you need to start using those teeth.
Yeah. Now, there's a couple things that are under the surface that we need to kind of keep in mind here. Tamaki's mother is both receiving financial aid from the grandmother.
And I'm guessing she already received it. It was probably in order to make it work, it was probably a big lump sum.
I would assume so, yes. But there's a possibility that she could need more in the future.
Sure.
Second thing is the idea that if she kind of would have her way with this here, she could put the foot down on his mother and intentionally not just cut themselves off, specifically, but also put pressure on those areas. That's the kind of thing that I think she's more than capable of doing. Now,
she's disappeared.
Yeah, she has disappeared. So at the very least, I think that's the kind of thing of where I I feel like I was on the right line of things with the idea that she can't really be used as leverage. But still,
she kind of already was, right?
She kind of already was, yeah.
Yeah, it's the and I love that it was something where the offer is made, and of course, the mom's not going to say yes, right?
No.
But Tamaki chooses
Tamaki
to.
would.
Because, and that's the
He was 14.
He was 14, and that's the thing that's especially just twisted and disgusting about this. Okay, so I want to make sure that I say this in the way that communicates what I'm meaning. If you have two adults that are in an argument, a conflict of sorts, right?
Yeah.
And one of them fights dirty, well, that's a conflict between two adults.
Sure.
Should they do it? Probably not, right? But that's and it's and because of the financial situations and the medical situations and things like that, there are all kinds of ways in which it is not a fair fight, right? But it gets different when you're dealing with a kid.
Yep.
Right? And 14 is still very much a kid.
Yep.
That's a whole new level of messed up. And yes, honey, I am right there with you.
Yeah.
I absolutely hate her. Oh, man. Like, yeah. What is there to say, really? She is absolutely awful. And I think when it comes right down to it, yeah, there probably isn't any beating her, really. It's probably just that you need to, Tamaki, choose what you want and let her take her shot, you know?
Yeah. I think that if the host club found some way to present something wonderful and they won her heart, that would be hilarious, and it would be very much in theme with the style of the show. But within the plot's confines, I don't know if they can.
Yeah, because like we even saw with a bunch of other people where, you know, moms would come in and they'd be like, "Oh, I don't know about this," you know.
So that was foreshadowing potentially for the father of Kyoya and then the grandmother.
Totally.
Of Tamaki.
But Tamaki was able to then turn the charm on, right? And it totally immediately just wins them over, right?
Right. Yeah.
Not this granny.
No.
Not this granny.
Yeah, she's immune to that effect.
This hag is going to take something a bit more extreme.
Now, what I would like to have happen here, though, is I would like to have Haruhi use just simple communication to win her over, and I think that's possible. But one of the things I could see theoretically happening here, just a bit, is that there's being set up a lot of other parts, a lot of other moving parts, like the idea of the stuff happening with the Otori family.
Sure.
It could be a little bit of an Avengers Assemble moment where we basically get everyone, because they're all somewhat motivated to end this engagement and basically either get back at the Tonnerres or save Tamaki or get back at the grandma. So I really just want to have something where the group schemes together. It fails maybe once, but then something happens where their combined efforts, but with Haruhi as the tip of the spear in that regard, leads towards something that legitimately works. Because I could see this story going in a specific way where it's a sad ending. And it's the kind of thing where Tamaki does get whisked away
and then
from
it's
all
a
this.
Go read the manga.
And it's a go read the manga ending, but it's also something where they put on the host club in his stead. Basically, the idea of, we will keep it running for you for when you return.
This isn't over, kind of a thing.
This isn't over. Yeah. And it's not a thing of where, you know, just everything falls apart because Tamaki leaves. It's a thing of where Haruhi then basically decides, then I will be the king of the host club. I'll lead this whole thing.
In a lot of ways, this setup is that, well, clock struck midnight, Cinderella. Except it wasn't Haruhi, right? It was Tamaki.
Yes.
And now they need to go get the slipper and get the MacGuffin basically and figure out a way to make this work. And I would love for it to end in a conversation with Tamaki's grandmother. I don't know if they can do it, but I would love it. There's a movie that I watched a while back called Crazy Rich Asians that had a very similar kind of like, you know, someone from relatively low status, someone from very high status and all that stuff. And, you know, and the mother, you know, doesn't like the person, right? And how can they make it work? And I can't fully sum up how it happened exactly, but if you ever check out that movie, the conversation that they used to resolve things between for the girl to basically win over the mother that hates her, it was really good. They really did a good job of it.
Okay.
I would love for something like that to happen here, but
sure,
with only one episode left, I don't know if that really can work.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, okay. Final bit here is, I would say that one of the things I think I'm still kind of remarkably surprised by is how, while Tamaki's dad definitely kind of throws some shade towards Tamaki, like saying, you have to call me superintendent, you can't call me dad, and also like being a bit stern towards him and a bit cold towards him when Kyoya is the only one around, and being like, you must be burdened by having to deal with my son through all of this, and he's like, absolutely not. The fact that Tamaki's dad is actually on his side, I think that subverts so many of my expectations. I did not expect that. Of the way this is going, that I almost want, in a really cool twist of things, for him to maybe even be convinced by Haruhi and the club to join their side and maybe fall on his sword for his son a little bit.
Yeah, he basically, it's you shouldn't have had to make a decision like this, my son, with saying goodbye to your mother for the rest of your life and all that stuff.
And that was my mistake.
Right. I didn't do enough. Yeah. I didn't think I thought I did the best I could, but there must have been something more that I could have done. Well,
I owe you.
Yeah. And now I'm gonna protect you from this here. You know.
Yeah. Because I don't know if he really can in terms of the legal side of things.
Right, because I get the feeling it is something where the mother is still the one with the name on all the documents, you know.
Exactly.
And that hasn't passed on yet because she's still kicking.
Right. Now
Honey could fix that, but
Honey could actually just
he could.
She fell down some stairs. I don't know.
No, he sneaks in through some air ducts or something.
But see, the thing is, Jacob, is that Baylors are like immune to non-magical.
She is straight up a demon.
She is a demon.
Like when Tamaki's dad was like, "Your grandmother has come," right? It very much reminded me of like Gandalf or whatever, and a Balrog of Morgoth, you know, right? A Balrog has come, like
this foe is beyond any of you.
Run, like, because
Okay. Everyone just being there for Haruhi in this situation, and Haruhi being legitimately jealous.
Yep. I did really like that.
Tamaki having that, are you jealous?
Right, and I love that the light bulb was there.
Yes.
It wasn't turned on, but, you know, she was constantly looking at her and suspicious. Once...
It did turn on.
No, I know, it did.
Oh, okay.
But it turned on specifically once she saw how Tamaki responded to the idea of being jealous.
Right.
And then it's like, I see. Right, because I might not be able to read Haruhi super well.
Yeah.
But I can read Tamaki. He's pretty much an open book.
Yeah, her little binocular, like stage binoculars things, being used in close proximity, it felt so disgusting.
Oh yeah. It's like the putting on a glove to shake someone's hand. It's like,
you're right.
Like I don't even want to directly look at you. I might catch something. So yes, okay, all right, yeah.
It feels so nasty, and yet she very much seems like, Tamaki, you're an attractive man. I've heard about your legendary piano skills, which he does have, like, heart-rending piano skills. And then she put the moves on him to be like, hey, like, I'm the one with the power in this situation.
I am very curious, actually, to see how her whole conflict gets resolved.
Right.
Because the grandma feels very much like an immovable object, where we need a timely heart attack or something like that, you know. But I have no idea how they would actually fight on that regard.
Wait,
what?
The grandma doesn't need to be fought. Wait. No.
Okay.
I just realized the fact that she. Oh my God. Let's pull
the princess.
Let's pull our assumptions back. Yeah, the princess is actually the weak link. There is a possibility that she genuinely likes Tamaki, and it's not something disgusting.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
And because Tamaki very much is distraught about this whole thing.
It.
Yeah, sure. Exactly.
Yeah.
She might be like, you know, she might be able to be convinced.
Because she very much is like a snooty, bratty, like...
She very much gives us that vibe.
Right.
Yes.
But there was a... when she was interacting with Tamaki, the fact that she read into the whole idea of like potential jealousy from Haruhi, I think that's because obviously she was also feeling jealousy. She was constantly looking at Haruhi, right? If she didn't actually care about the fact, oh, yeah, that's right.
Wait a minute, Jacob.
Did she know his mother?
I think... Oh, wait. She's a French family from an aristocracy of royalty.
Oh, they're French. They must know each other.
No. Because his mother is still in France somewhere.
Yeah.
What's possible is that she basically, in the course of setting up this whole arrangement, went and found his mother and learned so much about him. Was like, he's a magnificent man.
Yeah.
And she's just like, I'm in love with him already from afar.
Right.
And that's how she knew about his piano playing.
Okay.
Assuming this is their first time meeting, right? Then...
Right, it might not be, but it could be.
Then when he plays, his playing makes her think back to his mother.
Sure.
And she then puts 2 and 2 together and realizes, listen to all that pain in his playing. The longing. The romantic desire that is all of his persona. But potentially also the idea that this is a boy that misses the love of his mother.
Right, because there's a possibility that her emotional attachment to Tamaki could simply be sort of possessiveness of like, you are mine, I'm going to claim you and all that stuff.
And she does use possessive language.
She definitely uses possessive language. So that could be a part of it, but that might just be the pettiness angle where she doesn't necessarily know how to like, interact with that side of herself, I guess.
And she does manipulate with the thing of
she totally is manipulative.
They're all having to deal with your
sorry. Yeah,
no, suffer because of your capriciousness.
Yeah, she is pretty scummy. But there is the possibility that she actually genuinely likes Tamaki. And if that's the case, then that's an angle that they can work at. Because I hate to break it to you, but Granny is too wrinkly and stuff and stubborn to actually be able to be swayed by any host club skills. But this girl, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Now, the one part where her veneer breaks is when the light bulb goes on. And she goes like, oh, wait a minute. Now, what I think that is, though, is it's not just the shock of, oh, you do like Haruhi. Oh, I get it now. But what it also might be is the, wow, that's really genuine.
Right. That's what it looks like when you actually care for someone. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, exactly.
You will never, even if I get you to play the piano for me, you will never light up because of me.
Yeah. Oh, man.
No pun intended.
Also, I loved the little thing
with Haruhi being like, no, I'm not jealous.
But the specific part of her verbiage getting called out, oh, what is this? Is this jealous? And the jealousy?
Yeah.
And she's like,
like I said,
it's not. And they'll go, like you said.
Yeah.
Meaning like,
this is a common thing that people are calling out?
No. It's the direct callback to the fact that in the room, she's just said to Tamaki, I'm not jealous.
Right.
So it's basically like she's having to repeat it in her own head. And these people didn't hear her say that the first time. So they're like,
who are you talking to?
Who? Wait, what? What? Oh, Haruhi.
And Haruhi doesn't often get emotionally compromised by things, right? But she does.
Yeah.
So this is one of those cases. But
oh man,
I also would love to really see the whole thing with Kyoya's dad get resolved. And I feel like if there is a way that they fix this, they might actually leverage on that maybe a little bit. Because the families are very interconnected, I feel like, and that might be a way that they actually get something that the grandmother can appreciate and see as valuable,
I could see that, yeah.
But, yeah. Also, I just want Kyoya's whole situation there to get some nice resolution, if possible, in the next episode.
Kyoya's thing, though, where he basically stands up and says, I very much am glad, though, that Tamaki is who he is right now because of all that past stuff. Because he had to accept all that.
Yeah.
And now he's here now in the host club. Then Tamaki immediately disbands the host club, or announces that he will dissolve the host club.
Right.
I want to see Kyoya's, like fighting mode come on, where he's like, okay,
let me bust out Tamaki, the books on this.
Like I would almost love that this is a thing where Tamaki is straight up telling Kyoya, execute plan Delta. Where it's like, if I ever say this word, like if I ever use the words dissolve the host club or something like that, you know exactly what to do, Kyoya. Right. And Kyoya's like,
the dead man switch now? Basically went off, and it's like, all right, this is real bad. My heart stopped. I'm not responsive. Whatever it is, it's real bad.
Yeah. It's the part in Equilibrium where the and then like, oh God,
such a specific reference.
Right. But you used the dead man switch, so it made me think of that, of just like, the plan is in action, and we go now.
And why
Kyoya's
not have
private army?
Right. And well, sure. But then who's to say we just need one prince to rescue our damsel in distress?
Let's get all the princes.
Get all of them.
Let's get them all.
Yeah.
Suit up. Wait. Remember when they said French medieval?
I think that's what they're wearing.
No.
Oh, wait.
I'm with you. But they could make it be even more. And they could literally write it with knights in like French knights.
No. They just call up Lobelia and they're like, hey. I don't know why you'd be interested in working with us, but we need your help.
We need your powerful feminine energy.
We need you to kidnap a princess.
You seem to be quite skilled at that.
Yeah.
But anyway, y'all, so much in this episode, so much excitement and build up for a series finale.
Yep.
Cannot imagine like how they're going to end this. So
it's gonna be
y'all,
a doozy.
if you want to see that next episode's reaction discussion right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access. You can chat with us and the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if any that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.